We cooking a rock, whip it until the shit lock. Buying up all of the stocks, we double the knots. I said at the top, all of this money be flowing. Baby, go dig in my bowl, shaking her ass. Some of these hands, I'm throwing shit in it, I get to the mic. We clean shit up on that can right you shit. You ain't never been tough when they use it. You just frozen and do shit. I just started in clueless. All my songs that be ruthless. Give a fuck about your 2 cents. Cause I'm young and they see me.
Not that ratchet, nigga. We crashing out, nigga. We crashing out, nigga. Got me hot, nigga. Got me hot. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome me to Paul back in the fucking building, yo. Y'all already know, yo. What's understood ain't gotta be fucking spoken about. Yo, to the left of me, y'all already know Ty the God, my nigga. Ty the God, yo. He brought back the shades today. He brought back the shades, man. The original Ty the God here, big OG. You know what I mean? To the right of me, y'all already know Calm Wolf, Killer Calm. Y'all already know, yo.
Quick thing to say, yo. Summer's here.
Nah, facts,
Get
yo.
your water in.
Get on that coconut water, my nigga. Get on that water, no Saratoga.
I can't have y'all sitting up here lying. Last weekend I was with both these motherfuckers drinking the Reggie, drinking the Terry.
That's why you gotta balance.
Yeah, you gotta balance. You gotta balance.
now niggas is balanced.
You gotta balance. You gotta
fuck.
That's why niggas getting on that coconut water. Yo, water don't always hydrate you, my nigga. Find something that's gonna hydrate you. Find something that's gonna be flavorful food that's gonna make you drink something healthy. Because people be drinking shit that's nasty and then be like, yo, I can't drink healthy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, go find something that's gonna be healthy for you that you gonna like. It could be pineapple, it could be apple, it could be fucking coconut. Go find something you like and go drink it. Ain't no it gotta be liquor, Remy Martin.
I got something.
Ain't that your nickname? Remy Martin?
No.
Oh.
I got something I like, but I can't say it on camera.
Oh shit. Alright. Yo, but let's get to it, man. Yo.
Hot girls call me.
The Knicks just won today. I was expecting to go straight into the finals, to talk finals, talk OKC, talk Pacers, but we can't even get into that. It won't be fair to the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks won tonight. Hopefully there'll be a game 7 and they can match that energy that they had tonight, yo, and they could force them another game 7 at MSG. And it'll be a rematch. I think last year the Pacers took Knicks out of 7, right?
Yeah, man. And that was a hobble Brunson. You had no Randall.
Yo, for real though.
Don't get me started already.
On Julius, yo, Julius. Nah, I can't even. We gonna get into Julius. We gonna get into Julius real quick. But shout out to New York Knicks. They won today. They forced the game 6. Hopefully they carry this energy on to game 7. Shout out New York. Shout out Indiana for playing good too. But that series ain't over. And it's had. No, I keep looking back at that game 1 from New York when they blew it. And Tyrese gave him the chokehold.
Right.
It would have been right now. It would have been 2. It would have been 3-3. I mean 3-2. No, 3-3. It would have been 3-3.
Oof.
Or 2. I don't know. But that game 1 right there fucked everything up, man. And if the Knicks lose, they have to look back at that game 1 like, damn, we blew it. But Jalen Brunson's been phenomenal. And I told you, I wasn't trying to hate on New York. That pick and roll coverage between Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, they can't play defense. And I wasn't trying to hate on them. It just, from prior years, we never seen Karl Anthony Towns play defense like that.
Yeah.
So why would I trust him to do it this year?
But that's the thing. I'm not looking at Karl Anthony Towns for defense.
Yeah.
Like, you got Mitch there. Yeah. You got OG, McHale.
Yo,
this is the wing. This is wing stop. Matter of fact.
Nah, for real. Wing stop right there.
But like, and then I was talking to my client earlier, and I was like, yo, bro, think about this. As a big man, what's your bread and butter should be? Rebound. Right. Post up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cat, bro, this nigga live on the perimeter, and that is weird, bro.
Cat's been. I'm not going front. He won them a game.
He did.
He won them a game, 20 points in the 4th quarter.
Mm-hmm.
He's been rebounding, but it still comes down to the same issues. Can Jalen Brunson and Cat guard that pick and roll? Especially Tyrese, he's killing them off that right hand. But New York won tonight. Jalen Brunson been special. Karl Anthony Towns been rebounding. He just hasn't been defending to that level. OG, Mikal Bridges, he's the guy. I'm not looking at Cat to do to defend and shit like that. He never done that. Mikal Bridges is supposed to be the 3rd guy on offense, and he's supposed to be one of the guys defensively. Mikal got to be a little better. I'm not gonna say he's been bad, but he got to be a little better if they want to force a game 7.
Defensively or total?
Period. He got to be a little better on both ends of the floor in order for them to force a game 7. And that's all I got to say about the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson handled that job. But one thing I wanted to ask you though. Do you think it was how can I put it? Did they underachieve? Did the New York Knicks underachieve this year?
Underachieved?
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. Not at all. Other than Knicks fans, no one had them in the Eastern Conference Finals. Even though everybody was like, yo, oh my God, once the trade happened, Cat coming to New York, oh my God, this is it. This is champion, oh my God. Like, but in all honesty, once the games were played, only the Knicks fans were like, all right, we can get there. Everybody else, nobody, think about it. Everybody had Celtics winning round 2. Even NBA analysts, whoever you want to call, bro. So I say that to say that they are overachieving at this point. And Indiana, I would say they're underachieving for the simple fact they've been here.
Yeah.
This is their second year in the conference finals. So like, come on, bro.
I think. How about you?
I disagree, respectfully. Because, and I get it, you play who you play, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this fucking East can't stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Every time the lights get a little bit brighter, the temperature gets a little bit turned up, people's no-shows.
Yeah, the East.
You know?
It's been like that for the past couple of years.
It's crazy. Giannis, Dame, Jimmy, Tatum.
Tatum down.
It's crazy. And I know you play who you play, but they're getting by because they're playing who they're playing. And I get it, but you gotta respect it.
I feel the same way. Like when we began this and the start of the season, I said the only team that would be on New York's and in their way would be the Boston Celtics. I said they'll be bounced in the second round because of the seeding. I said they'll meet up with Boston Celtics in the second round. So I had them being bounced in the second round. But I had New York better than Cleveland. I had New York better than Indiana. I had New York better than Philadelphia, and I had them better than Milwaukee. It just happened that they beat the Boston Celtics, but that was the only team in their way, to me. For them to lose to Indiana again in less than 7 or the same way, to me it's underachieving because did you get better or not? You just explained that they was half injured last year and they went to a game 7.
Yeah, I hear you, but it's the contrast in styles.
But you have to prepare for that. You was preparing for the Boston Celtics. That's what it was.
Now you see why I was always against Tibbs, because Tibbs don't, and I was talking about earlier, Tibbs don't make adjustments, bro. And that's the thing that like I'm noticing with all 5 of these games. This nigga is going into this shit. Alright, matter of fact, I'm lying. The last 2 games he did bring in a little the long right.
He was playing chess. Shout out to him for the last 2 games.
But bro, in totality, he doesn't make major adjustments. And my thing is, the Knicks go as far as Jalen Brunson is willing to take him.
Mm-hmm.
We've been saying this since the beginning of the season, bro. I wish Jalen Brunson would learn right now. Mikal, OG need his point guard skills, not his scoring skills. I'm playing D. I'm doing what I can do. Now you want me to get a bucket too? That's not OG's game. That's not Mikal's game. I need Brunson to be a point guard if they want to get to game 7.
Bro. Yeah, but Brunson, to me, he's doing the most he can do. Like he's averaging 30 and 8, damn near in the playoffs and shit like that. He's giving them what they need. It's that the Knicks style players, like you said, is Thibs. Is we're gonna defend them, we're gonna run them. I mean, we gonna pressure them, we're gonna defend them all the way down to hell. And OG's been doing it, Mikal's been doing it to a certain extent, but Jalen Brunson has been doing his job. The problem is, when Thibs don't do the rotations right, they get gassed by the time the 4th quarter happens. The Pacers is running them out of the gym. They scoring 130, and I put that on Twitter the other day. If you're making this a 130 game, you're gonna always lose to the Pacers. It gotta be less than 100. It gotta be less than 110 in order for the Knicks to win.
Muck it up.
But hopefully Jalen Brunson goes on to game 7. Hopefully they handle their business in Indiana, and we'll see a game 7 in MSG. But shout out Indiana for handling their business this whole.
The Pacers, come on, bro.
They handling their business. Shout out the New York Knicks for forcing their game 6. Just take care of business, man. Just take care of business. But we gotta get into Anno next segment. S.G.A.
Sheesh, bro.
First finals appearance for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
bro.
First,
Okay.
no, I said first since KD.
Oh,
First since
okay.
KD, but
Okay.
SGA's first finals appearance.
Okay.
This SGA's first final appearance. SGA got a chance
Two.
to have an MVP, Western Conference MVP, Finals MVP, in a season when he's averaged 30 in the regular season and 30 in the playoffs. That's consistent as they come. If he pulls this off here, I'm not about to get into standings, on player standings. I'm not going to get into where he stands in the all-time books because he got a lot to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this much though: he wins that shit, Western Conference MVP. Regular season MVP. He's the greatest Canadian player who ever lived. He's the greatest. He goes over Nash. He goes over Nash, but SGA's having a marvelous season, and it's all been rewarded with his way to the finals. 7 games with Joe. That could have gone either way. 7 games with Joker.
That was a good battle.
He smacked Ant 4-1.
Called that.
And he smacked Memphis 4-1.
They got a game. Oh yeah, they did get a game. I remember.
Like, like this is a dominant run for SGA. This is a marvelous year for SGA. The sneakers, the MVP.
Yeah.
This is the, to me, this is a dream season right here. You would want a season like this if you was growing up being an NBA fan and you grew up wanting to be in the NBA. This is the season you dream of. You get MVPs, All-Star games, you get first team All NBA.
Yeah,
Your
bro.
teammates got all defensive teams, J-Dub and Lou Dort. You got a Western Conference. You ran through the West besides the 7 games in Denver. Western Conference MVP, and you possibly at Finals MVP if you could get through the finals.
That'd be fun.
Come on. Shout out SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder, but
Let's get it.
how y'all feel about Anthony Edwards?
I was gonna say enough about Shea. Let's talk about the people who.
Ain't enough about Shea, because Shea keep going. We gonna keep talking about Shea next round. You know what?
Enough about Shea. What I mean is, bro, the nigga got a great team. So let's be like, let's not put that. He got a great team this year. They got Hartstein and Alex Caruso. We said this. Once they get those two, come on, bro. Come on, who's stopping
You
this?
got to give props to SGA.
Of course.
You had them pretending.
I had this nigga as my top
Pretending.
player.
You had them pretending
I had this
in the
nigga as my
playoffs.
top player since
Oh, no,
2020,
definitely.
bro.
No, definitely.
Come on, I know this nigga.
Definitely.
And I was saying that specifically to see if J-Dub will grow up and he.
For real. We was calling him out. Me and you was calling J-Dub out, and he answered the call. Shout out J-Dub, bro.
What am I supposed to say?
Facts.
You got it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You did what you're supposed to do. You grew the fuck up.
OD, bro.
So,
OD.
but let's turn to the Wolves.
Yeah.
For the simple fact of, bro, Ant-Man. This is why I gotta say this. Hold on, bro. How you gonna come after old man, bro? You gonna come after hobble Steph Curry? But then when you get
KD
last year, but then you get a nigga your age who's ready for it.
Twice. Hold on. Even though SGA is like 2 years older than
He
SGA,
is
but they like in the same,
Oh.
in the same family. They're retired and like in the same in the same.
It's like KD Braun type shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's bro.
And Luka last year.
Oh.
And lost.
This nigga, and all I'm saying, bro, is that you can't be the big bad wolf, and then when it's really time to do that, oh no, I ain't struggle. No, this I was just playing the game.
Nah. Cause we ain't judging you against Braun and KD and them. Even though it's cool that you beat them, we judging you against how you do against SGA. We judging you how you do against Luka Doncic,
Right.
Devin Booker. These people,
The
Aaron Foxes, we against your counterparts. These are the people that you're gonna be facing for the next 10, 15 years. You're right. Like that press conference when he went in there saying that, and look, shout out Ant. Let's remind the viewers, Ant's only 23 years old. 2 Western Conference Finals appearances, 2 straight. With Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle as your side mates, and then he had Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert as his side mate. He's 23 years old. He has a lot to learn though. He has a lot to learn, but again, he's only 23 years old. Anthony Edwards went in there. He was averaging over 25, averaging a career high in rebounds, career high in assists in the playoffs. He was getting boxed in one against Oklahoma. They was throwing 4 defenders at Anthony. And Julius Randle had the audacity. After a great first half in the game prior, we thinking Julius Randle is gonna. We're not expecting 30 from Julius Randle. We're not even expecting him to lock up. We expecting the 15, 17, 20. When he dropped 5 points, bro. This is why I'm like, Ant's 23 years old. Anybody in that age group playing with your sidekick, the person who has the second most shots in your team, having 5 points. Look, man.
And Julius ain't 25, he 30, bro. What the fuck is your excuse, bro? Like, I'm just saying, bro. Just saying.
Shout out Ant, man.
No excuse. No excuse. But Randall was never known really to be a player. You give him the ball and see what he can do. I mean, you gotta put him in the best situations to maximize his talent. And when he's forced to put the ball on the deck, he was turning it over, shooting over 3 people. We were sitting in the cigar lounge, and I was going ballistic. I'm like, get him the fuck out the game.
This is who he is.
Yo, pissing me off.
Oh, that was funny. This is who he is. This is who Julius Randle is.
Yep.
This is who he is. That shit you saw at the cigar lounge. That's who he is. And Julius Randle, like I said, he's a good player. He's a good player, but he wasn't the guy I was looking at and saying like, yo, he's gonna help Ant get to the finals.
It's not even him, bro. You know who it is? And we gonna have to really talk about this shit. His man's. Rudy Gobert.
No. What you mean?
No, hold on. Yo, you can't be going deep in the playoffs, and this nigga is just consciously giving you 3 points a game, bro.
Yo, and then that's the thing. That's the thing that's pissing me off about players like Rudy Gobert. Like, I give him all the credit in the world because what he do, he's the best at it.
Respect.
Like, he's protecting the rim. But it's so easy to get him out of your game in the playoffs.
So
like,
nigga say had to switch like 8 times, like,
bro. Nigga, Rudy Gobert was like, like, yo, he was stomping on the floor. Like, yo, just move your feet. Yo.
That's coaching, though. I mean, you know this nigga's gonna do that. And how many times I said it watching the game?
But G, that's
take that nigga the fuck out.
That's your starting center. Like, you're gonna eventually do that because there's gonna be players that's gonna take Rudy Gobert out. But yo, it's like saying it's like you having a starting player like your starting point guard. Mm-hmm. And when it gets to a certain team, you gotta be like, yo, you know, you ain't playing that much.
Yo,
you know, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. But he's one of the players that make you special. Like he's one of the players that make you who you are. And that's what Minnesota is. They pack the paint and that they make it hard for you to score down there. He's a big part of that. You telling me now we get to the Western Conference Finals and niggas figuring out a way to have you play 20 minutes? You dropping 3 points, 3 rebounds. I'm like, wait, hold up. What am I supposed to do?
Let me pose this question, right? If they would have tried it my way, right?
With Nas?
No, yes. If they would have tried it my way and staggered Ruby's minutes out, how many bench centers are better than Rudy Gobert?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
just for that series.
See, this is the thing about the playoffs. If you not producing, then niggas don't give a fuck, bro. Like, and I mean that in the most beautiful way. If you ain't the one that's really trying to be the X Factor, like a Chet Holmgren, like a J-Dub, we're not going to expect too much from you in this game plan, truthfully.
That shit, like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like, shout out Anthony Edwards. He did everything he could. Western Conference Finals twice. His side mates was Carl Anthony Towns.
I'm not gonna lie. Mike Conley doesn't get any blame in this?
No. Mike Conley?
No.
The thing about Mike is, he was already out of the starting rotation and shit like that. He was just the vet on the team that. But and this ain't the old Conley we was talking about. This is I'm coming off the bench. I'm giving you what I can give you, and I'm done.
Honestly, I blame Chris Finch for the simple fact of putting Mike Conley in that corner. They had that man, bro. He not a corner specialist,
bro. honestly feel like they did what they can do. Like you said it right at the beginning of the segment. OKC was just a better team.
But to this, but I'm just thinking of like just coaching shit, right? I would have took the ball out of Ant-Man's hand,
Yeah. Me too.
You have somebody that can do that, Mike Conley.
Yeah.
But like, I can't blame Mike Conley. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah,
you
right.
just were ineffective this series. Rudy, nigga, you are 7 foot. I can't.
Yo.
No, bro, I'm sorry.
The thing is, I can't even blame him either because this is what he do. This is every year.
Right.
Every year a team finds the way to get Rudy Gobert out the game. Luka Doncic did it last year.
You didn't say that when he hit that Euro step dunk on that.
Yeah, that was nice.
The fadeaway, bro. I remember.
No. We no.
But yo, Rudy Gobert, teams like him, teams are gonna start figuring out that paying guys like Rudy Gobert, paying guys like Jared Allen, that's just one-dimensional centers that you can easily take out of playoff games,
Right.
ain't gonna be worth shit.
True.
Especially now that Victor Wembanyama's there, Chet Holmgren is coming in there, Evan Mobley's like. Ain't no room for these one-dimensional centers anymore, unless you're coming off that bench. But ain't no room for these one-dimensional centers no more.
Now-
And Rudy Gobert and Jared Allen is the perfect
Now
example.
y'all see why I had Chet Holmgren as one of my faves.
Yeah.
Because he got point. He's a big man. He get blocks. He got the three to him. Cool. I'm gonna get the rebounds. Cool. I'm gonna be in that defensive spot.
He's
Like,
still skinny. Imagine when he get the
So-
those ankles like this. So I seen. Hold on, real quick. I seen somebody push him. I think who was it? Jaden McDaniel. Push him to the floor. I thought it was over. I said ankles like this, like this. If y'all ever get a chance to look at Chet Holmgren, his ankles was like this, bro. I was like, yo, there's no way. And shout out Chet Holmgren. He stood the whole playoffs.
So it's crazy. All the things you love about Chet Holmgren, Wemby emphasizes a lot of those same characteristics.
yeah.
Wemby's nice.
No. We say that.
Yeah.
But look at this man when you say
I'm
it.
dying.
all I'm saying right now is that Wemby has yet to do it.
Do what?
Everything that Chet is doing right now.
Now he done it.
He done it.
He done it.
When has he been in the playoffs?
Oh, you mean S.G.A. joints?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm saying, and I'm not saying he's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying right now.
As of right now,
Chet got it.
he has more success, but it's different too, cause Chet's playing on the S.G.A. team.
Right.
Vic got
That's the lead guy.
Vic got 20 years old. Was like, yo, you know what?
That's the lead
We
guy.
gonna help you out, but it's gonna take a couple years. we gonna get you Chris Paul.
He leaving.
Yeah, he leaving.
I heard
But,
KD is
right.
interested.
This is the time period for Victor Wembanyama. Like, yo, go get your stats. Go get your stats, because eventually, when we get you this team, he's one of those players. No lie, Victor Wembanyama. That I know we off topic, but Victor Wembanyama is one of those players that once he get a team around him, I'm scared of him. That's it. I'm scared. I'm scared because I know he can do so much on the basketball court that he doesn't need a lot to be built on for him to be effective. Once he starts getting that squad, bro.
You need to get on that block. Start from the basics and then pull your game out, bro. Be lethal.
Yo, he gonna be the same thing I said with Chet. He didn't gain weight yet.
Right.
Yo, so, hey, these niggas is scary. These niggas gonna be scary. Chet and Vic will both be scary. But back to the Anthony Edwards S.G.A. I mean, OKC versus Minnesota. OKC was just a better team. S.G.A.'s having a special season. J-Dub stepped up, hitting mid-range shots, hitting threes, defending his ass off. Alex Caruso came in there, wilding. Luke Dort, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, Isaiah Joe, Cason Wallace. Them niggas was out there performing, hitting threes. They non-stop fast break. If them and the Pacers face each other, they're gonna average 130. Both teams gonna average 130.
I don't think the OKC gonna let them.
Yo, bro.
OKC has better offensive players.
And better defensive.
I mean, like, but I'm saying that like from the simple fact of they can score better.
Oh, and they can
Naturally.
score in more ways
You
too,
see
man. Like SG, if you get SG in that half court set, SG gonna score. SG gonna score. And you showed that, and J-Dub proved he can do it too.
I'm trying to think. Isaiah, even the bench,
Even the bench too. The Pacers proved that we can plug anybody into the system here. They're gonna do what they do. Like, and that's why I can't even count them out. Cause I've been counting them out since the beginning. I don't know
why.
Not because they whack, but it was more so like the teams they were playing, except Milwaukee. I had them over Milwaukee. But they got to Cleveland. I'm like, all right, Cleveland might get to the next round.
Yo, Cleveland. Yo, listen, I don't even want to hear those words for the next 5 years. Like,
What?
C word. C land.
The little C.
The little C's, bro.
I'm so disappointed in
Bro.
Cleveland, bro.
He was jacking them.
No, it was not. I'm saying they had a great season, like, and I'm saying,
Listen.
and
Once Miami went
He
down,
wasn't jacking.
Yeah.
I sat here and had a whole argument with this nigga Derek talking about ass. Bro, never
The
again.
thing is, you was right though. Like he performed, nigga. Like, but it's, as a player, there's only so much you can do, bro. Like Anthony Edwards, I just told you, averaged damn near 30,
Right.
8 and 8, and it wasn't. They throw that boxing one in you, nigga. There ain't nothing you can do, bro.
They got 4 niggas that can guard you alone.
And the boxing one is 2-2, and that one nigga chasing you around. So even if you get by him, you facing those walls. That means them other niggas, they daring them other niggas to beat you.
Mikhail had 0 too. Mikhail, oh
I
my
cannot
God.
believe it. They boxed and won Anthony Edwards. Minnesota needs more players, and they're a small market. Oh man, yo, I can't. I don't even want to wish bad on Minnesota. I'm not even gonna go there.
Well,
But
you might have to. Well, you might not have to. Excuse me, because Julius Randle is an unrestricted free agent.
I don't even want him. What equal value you gonna get for Julius Randle? Niggas ain't gonna give you nothing good for him. Let's be real. What equal value you gonna get for Julius Randle?
But think about it.
What equal value you gonna get for Rudy Gobert? And for what you gave up for them? You gave up Cat and mad picks for
I'd
Rudy
rather
Gobert.
Randle, bro. I'd rather Randle.
No. Ain't no way you gave equal value back. They gave up Karl Anthony
you
Towns.
love Randall over who?
I don't want no nigga on my team that can't look at the rim and they write like nah.
But they need, no lie, what teams need is these players that can do multiple things. If they having bad nights offensively, they gonna be a plus minus on that box score because they defending their asshole. But you telling me these one-dimensional players, like, come on, man, they're not working in today's NBA. Unless that one thing you do is crazy high, like what Jalen Brunson do, he can't defend, but his offense is crazy high. You not gonna make it. Hold on.
Yo,
Nigga, hold on.
that's why they got him 2 wings, bro.
Two
Cause this
wings.
nigga don't, bro. How you get? All right. You can say the rest were cheating
And
whatever.
Josh Hart too.
How you get 5 fouls in 1 quarter? That's bad defense.
He got 5 in 1 quarter?
Yes, against the Celtics. Round 2, but like,
Yeah.
bro, 5 fouls in a quarter? Come on now. Don't talk about the coaches, the rep, nigga. That's you, bro. Shut up.
To me, Cat getting 2-3 fouls in the first like 3 minutes of the game be wild. Like, I'll be like, yo, come
That's
on.
what I'm trying.
But yo, let me ask y'all this before we get out.
What's up, bro?
If, and I'm only saying if, because it's not over. OKC ends up facing Indiana in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got and in how many games?
I mean, I don't for just purely of ratings. I doubt that's gonna happen, but you would have to say Shea.
Shay, how about if you face New York?
Let's go Knicks.
You got Knicks over S.G.A?
Let's go Knicks.
Yo, and how many games?
Sweet.
Sweet, 4 sweet.
So you think Hartenstein is gonna let any one of these motherfuckers do anything?
You wanna know my answer?
That's,
I love New York.
yo,
Listen, tell
New
me,
York over.
everybody who leaves New York ends up getting a ring. Hartenstein is next up.
Yo, son. I got if it's OKC against the Pacers, I already said that shit going 130 every night. But I got OKC in 6 over Indiana. If it's New York, I got OKC in 6 also. I got OKC in 6 in the finals. No matter which one of them is going in there.
Yeah, I
How
got
about
a
you?
lot of faith in these Knicks, man.
What was their season record against each other?
Who's?
OKC and New York.
Nigga, ain't none of them beat them.
They played
Not
like
Boston
once.
beat them. Not Boston beat S.G.A. Not New York. Not none of them. Like,
None of them, bro.
I guess I think Yeah, I think Cleveland beat
Cleveland
them.
beat them.
Cleveland beat the ones. But yeah, like
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know why I got the I don't know why you got the Knicks sweeping OKC. First off, that's not gonna happen for the simple fact. Who's guarding Shea?
yo,
OG on Shea? Okay, cool. They can't hide Jalen Brunson forever.
nah
He gotta grow up.
and OKC can play just as fast as Indiana. So you're telling me you're going from a 7-game series into that one? But I do give them Too, just because I've been underestimating them since the Boston Celtics series, since they beat Detroit and they were going up against Boston. They smacked Boston. So I gotta give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll give them 2 games. Really 5. I got them winning 1 game, but I got OKC in 6 if I have to choose.
If it's gonna be the Pacers, I agree with you guys. I feel like that series is a little bit more even in the sense of, like we said, it's Wingstop here.
Just because the play style too. Yeah.
And the play style. But the Knicks, on the other hand, I'm sorry. When we get to these points of the playoffs, it's not about your stars no more. It's about your coaches. It's about the role players. And I feel like OKC's role players and coaches are in more unison than the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say game 1, Jalen Brunson can't score. Who's gonna step up?
Not the refs. They want to go there.
The refs too, when they be seeing Shea be flopping. But whatever. Or foul baiting. But we got some of that.
Yeah.
But in all honesty though, Jalen Brunson can't score. All right, they boxing on him. Who's gonna step up on the Knicks? I have yet to see it, bro.
I will.
I will. I'm crying.
I mean, like I said, they find ways. Knicks find ways to win it. Whether it's they would keep you under 80,
right,
and then try to the last 4 minutes of the game. That's Jalen Brunson time. He takes them home. Like I said, they got grit though, so I gotta give them at least a game or 2 and shit. And they alright. Like the Knicks, they fight. I give them that. They put their hard cap on. They fight. Any team that fights, I give them a chance. So I give them 4-1, 4-2. If OKC faces New York, if it's Indiana, I got them in 6.
So if we had to go probability, what's your probability of the Knicks winning the chip?
I don't think they're making the finals.
Okay.
I don't think they're making the finals.
Well, that's 2%, 3%.
To win the chip,
Yeah.
I give them a 4% chance.
Hey.
This nigga's awesome. I was gonna say 24 just for Kobe.
24.
But me 24% chance.
The thing is, they got less than 80% to get out the series. You know,
That's why I can't be over 30.
so it's like
Yeah.
no, like a lot of teams don't come back from 3-1.
Yeah.
There's only been like 14. So it's like you actually the final and winning the chip. It's like they gotta get through this one first.
They need 2
but
more wins.
like I said, if they end up winning this series and they face OKC, anything can happen. I got them in 6. But like anything New York has done this season, anything can happen, man, and they could win it. Shout out New York.
Spreading the news.
But S.G.A. for president, man. S.G.A. for president. Might as well give him presidency. He won everything. He won everything.
Right. Why are you playing, Tom?
I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York.
You ain't even singing the Fat Joe version. I mean, the Jada Kiss and them niggas. You singing the old Frank Sinatra one.
That's
You gotta sing Jada Kiss verse. Do Jada verse, man. Do the one he did at the verses, as a matter of fact.
Yo.
I ain't
No,
from
no, I
Miami.
can't do that.
I ain't from Colorado.
I can't do that.
So drunk.
Come to my block and see me, my nigga.
He really from
I'm
Yonkers.
pissed.
He really from
I'm
Yonkers.
outside. Yo, but Walk Me to Pie, yo, episode 26. 26, man. Right before the finals. Y'all already know Ty the God with the Louis Bowie. Y'all already know Calm Killer Calm. JD, Walk Me to Pie.